Hello again, in the new school friends. We are continuing on with our Jansen and the Mystery of the Dinosaur Bones by David Adler and illustrated by Susanna Natti. Still published by Scholastic. This is chapters 3 and 4. Cam raised her hand and tried to get the museum guide's attention, but Mrs. Tyler looked past her. The guide pointed to a boy wearing a suit and bow tie. You have a question? I want to know why they are called dinosaurs. Miss Tyler smiled. The name dinosaur comes from two words, dino, meaning terrible, and saur, which means lizard. So when we call them dinosaurs, we are really calling them terrible lizards. What did dinosaurs eat? Another boy asked. Some ate meat, some ate plants, and some ate the eggs of other dinosaurs. Then the guide looked at Cam. She smiled. It seems that the red-headed girl, the one who says click, has a question. What happened to the tail? Cam asked. The last time I was here, it had 3 more bones. They were right here. Cam pointed to the part of the tail near the hip. Further down, there were bones that hung down from the tail like ribs. Where Cam pointed, there weren't any bones. There's nothing missing on this dinosaur, the guy said quickly. Now, are there any questions? But there are some bones missing. I've been here before, and I'm here every day, and this skeleton looks the same as it always does. God answered a few other questions, and then she told Miss Benson that the tour was finished, and she walked away. Miss Benson was a short woman. She stood on her toes so the whole class could see her. It's still early, Miss Benson said. There's a picture of Cam pointing at the missing dinosaur bones. You have an hour to go through the museum by yourselves. At 2:30, all of you must be in the front lobby. If you don't have a watch, please stay near someone who does. Let's go to the gift shop, Eric said to Cam. I want to buy presents for my twin sisters and my brother Howie. In the gift shop, there were shelves of books and racks of postcards. Kits to make airplane models and models of dinosaurs were piled on a table with toys and games. All I have is $1, Eric said. I hope I can find something. While Eric looked around, Cam opened a big book called Dinosaurs. There was a whole page on the Coelophus. There was no illustrations of its skeleton. The book told about how it was hunted for its food and how it might have looked, but it did not say how many bones the Coelophus had in its tail. Look what I bought for the twins, Eric said a few minutes later. He reached into a bag and took out 2 small whistles, each in the shape of a brachiosaurus. Cam took one of the whistles and blew into it. It was a dog whistle. It made a sound dogs could hear clearly, but Cam and Eric could hardly hear it. These whistles are for calling dogs, Cam said. Why'd you buy them? Your family doesn't have a dog. I know, but these whistles are also toy dinosaurs, and they're just 29 cents each. Everything else costs too much. Eric reached into the bag again and took out 2 postcards. Look at these, he said. This one is for Howie. There's a picture of a hot air balloon, and this one's for me. The second postcard had a picture of the Coelophus skeleton. Let me see that, Cam said. Cam looked at the postcard carefully, and then she closed her eyes and said, click. This is it, she said, waving the postcard. This is the way the skeleton looked when I was here last time. Let's go to the dinosaur room. You'll see, some bones are missing. Cam and Eric quickly walked through the museum. All right, Cam said when they stood in front of the Coelophus skeleton. You count the bones hanging from the tail of the skeleton, and I'll count the ones on the postcard. Cam counted the bones on the postcard a few times, and then she said, I counted 34 on the tail. How many did you count? 31, said Eric. There they are. Chapter 4. Cam looked at her watch. It was 2:30. Come on, Eric, she said. It's time to go. Eric put the postcards and the whistles in his pocket, and they went to meet the class in the lobby. Miss Benson asked the class to line up, and then she led them to the school bus. On the bus, Cam and Eric talked about the missing dinosaur bones. Why would anyone want them? Eric asked. And how could anyone steal the bones? Cam added. The skeleton is wired together. In the time it would take to unhook a bone, I'm sure someone would walk by and see what you're doing. The bus stopped in the school parking lot, and Miss Benson stood up. It's after 3 o'clock, she said, so you may all go home. There they are, on the bus, thinking about the missing bones. It was a warm spring day. Cam and Eric had ridden their bikes to school that morning, so they went to the rack behind the school to get their bikes. As Cam unlocked her bicycle, she said, the bones can't be taken when the museum is open. There are too many people around and too many guards. It must be done after the museum closes. Let's go back there and maybe we can find out what's going on. But the museum closes early today, Eric said. We won't have time to look around. Cam put the rubber bands over the cuffs of her pants to keep them from getting caught in the bicycle as she rode. All we have to do is look for a place to hide, said Cam. We don't have to be home until 6 today, and we can stay in the dinosaur room after the museum closes and watch to see what happens. I don't know if I like the sound of this plan. It seems a little dangerous. Kim was already on her bicycle. She started right away before Eric could tell her that he didn't want to hide in the museum. Good decision, Eric. Eric got on his bicycle and he pedaled hard, but he couldn't catch up with Cam. By the time he locked his bicycle in front of the museum, Cam was halfway up the steps and caught up with her in the dinosaur room. I feel like Eric is getting sucked into Cam's plan. A bell sounded. The museum closes in 5 minutes, a guard called out. Let's leave now, Eric said, or we'll be locked inside. Cam crawled under a glass case filled with photographs, and Eric followed her. Cam whispered to Eric, you can leave if you want to, but I'm staying. The bell sounded again. From their hiding place, Cam and Eric could only see the bottoms of the other exhibit cases and the feet of the dinosaur skeletons. A few people walked past the glass case, but all Cam and Eric could see were legs. And then it was quiet. We did it, Cam said. It was quiet for a while. But soon Cam and Eric heard footsteps. A man was walking from one case to the next, and he stopped at Cam and Eric's case, and he bent down and looked straight at Cam and Eric. Seems like bad times.